Hello there my fellow Holy Table Heroes, and welcome to another Omicron gameplay video from Rise of the Empire Territory Battles. And yeah, you asked for it. Well, I know a couple of people asked in the comments, and here it is. Gamorrean Guard Omicron. It took me a while to put this video together just because, yeah, it was a bit of a struggle to really find use for this guy, so I don't want to spoil it too much. Again, at the end of the video we'll discuss worthy or not. You probably know where this is going, but anyways, let's go ahead and remind ourselves what Gamorrean Guard's Omicron will do for you. Now, the unit itself is mostly around Jabba in the leading slot, which is okay, I guess, but the thing about the territory battles is that Jabba, he can just basically solo pretty much all of his missions here in Rise of the Empire territory battles, so having an Omicron that boosts Jabba is kind of pointless, I think. So what I will be doing in this video is see if we can get something out of this Omicron without using Jabba. Now let's look at the actual Omicron, what it'll do. Gamorrean Guard gains 50% critical avoidance, defense, 50% defense in territory battles doesn't stand a whole lot, and tenacity, well, not that great to start off. Other Hot Cartel allies have 50% max health and max protection. Now why does Gamorrean Guard not apply this to himself? That would help, right? And then the first time each other Hot Cartel ally falls below 50% health, they gain damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And if the leader in the leader slot is Hot Cartel, whenever they use an ability, they call Gamorrean Guard to assist. Well, what's he gonna do with his 2k damage on his basic? But yeah, you can already see the problem with his Omicron, right? He doesn't get any boosts really. Like, yeah, if he would get 500% defense, that would be something. But at least if he would get, you know, the health, protection, and damage immunity on himself as well, that would help, right? Because he's a tank, he's got an ability that taunts. But if he's not getting the survivability boost, he'll just die off very quickly, and then effects from his unique expire. So I don't know. Let's go and find out how this will play out, I guess. So yeah, on Corellia I needed like a few attempts to nail down the strategy and the mods. Yeah, that's another downside of this Omicron. If you do want to get something out of it, you will have to make sure the rest of your guys are modded out well. Now, I don't know what the optimal Hot Cartel lineup would be. This is just the guys I was able to get something done with. Brought them to Relic 7, so I could test them all the way up to including Tatooine. Don't have Ambo in this account because don't have Lord Vader. Maybe Ambo could be a good option here, I don't know. This is the squad I ended up doing it. Definitely we want to have probably Bauschleya in there, okay, so we can actually do some damage with the thermal detonators. We need Karsanta for the taunt because Gamorrean Guard is not a very durable tank, and as well as seen before, the Omicron actually doesn't boost Gamorrean Guard at all. It's just the rest of the team. So in the end, I just kind of settled for Boba lead because you gain some extra health, extra durability for the team. So I'm just gonna show you the mods now. I modded Boba here for damage, speed as well. There you go, that's the offense right there. Also worth pointing out here that I do have Zeta on him, so that he recovers 100% protection on a finishing blow, which will be obviously important because Boba, you know, that's quite squishy, so having some extra protection recover here will help you out. And we got Greed up next, same like Boba. Speed, damage, right, is what we want to mod him for. And then Kersantan, I don't think I modded Kersantan, that just speed is what I have on him, speed and protection, I guess. And then Gamorrean Guard, I modded him actually for potency, because on his basic, I believe he landing some exposes or damage over times or something. That's why I guess the idea from his Omicron is that, right, he's assisting. So hopefully he can land those debuffs, but he didn't do a whole lot, to be honest. And again, like, I didn't remod her, just, you know, speed, potency, protection, how normally you would mod her anyways. Okay, let's hop in a battle. Yeah, let's see how this one will go. Alright, here we go. They get the opening turn, Kersantan taunting because we have a full Hard Cartel lineup. I'll just go ahead, I guess, see if we can get the ability block. Perfect. And then we'll just keep piling up those thermal detonators. Now, in order to get a contract from Boba, we have to defeat whoever I think took the turn first. So that's why going after Stormtrooper Commander. Actually, Grid is quite nice, right? He's got this stun, turn meter removal, buff removal ability. He's got some thermal detonators as well to help out Leia, right? So actually, I do like him. Again, I never used the taunt with Gamorrean Guard. I mean, I did have buff immunity in there because, as mentioned before, he doesn't get survivability boost from his Omicron really on himself, apart from 50% defense, and as well damage immunity does not get applied to him also. So anyways, contract triggered. We get the boosts now, so we're just gonna clear up the rest. So as you can see, so far we're hanging in there. Definitely obviously extra survivability for Kersantan that we do get from Omicron, helping him out there, taunting, taking all the hits. Let's go ahead, just do a basic over there. Basic, do not taunt with Gamorrean Guard, he'll just get killed very quickly. And then you will lose obviously the effect from his Omicron because they're on his unique ability. There we go, let's head over into wave 2 now. More Imperials, I guess. Starting off with an AoE. There we go, getting some counterattacks. Sure, let's just go ahead and do the AoE. Maybe get some more thermal detonators on the board. Cool. Maybe some ability blocks with Boba. No, they resisted everything. Boy, resisted ability block there as well. Let's see if at least Greedo can get a stun on him so he doesn't get a taunt up. Perfect. Here comes the buff immunity again from TIE Fighter Pilot. So in this case, I did use the special ability there because he had buff immunity, so he wouldn't taunt anyways. But yeah, as you can see, Gamorrean Guard is not really doing much. But yeah, the extra survivability definitely helps in this mission, to be honest. We got a lot of thermal detonators already on the officers, so I guess we'll just let him be. We'll just start targeting other folks, get more thermal detonators as well stacked on them. There we go, damage immunity kicking in from Gamorrean Guard, but it's only 1 turn damage immunity, so it's not as powerful as it seems. But anyway, here we go, Kersantan again coming here with a taunt, so he'll be able to take a few hits again. Let's see if we can blow somebody up. Nope, not quite. Alright, let's head over to Scout Trooper. There we go, thermal there, detonators, killed off officer. That's good. Oh, Boba, you couldn't finish off Scout Trooper there. Fine, he'll just explode from thermal detonators. More thermal detonators out there, and you know, we got things pretty much under control here. So definitely, I gotta say here, helping you out there, extra health and protection to keep our guys alive. So not totally useless, but I did have to remod, right? So it's an extra effort for you to have. And to be honest, missions here, not that difficult. Like there are other teams that can easily beat this as well. Lots of non-galactic legend teams. So I don't know. Let's keep going, and you know, before we do our final judgment, which anyway we all know what it's gonna be, right? See how things turn out. Heading over to Felucia. So we're just gonna do here just a generic mission, because if you do any of the Hondo mission or Young Lando mission, if you even attempt them, you break the whole full Hutt cartel, because as you can see, Gamorrean Guard, Kersantan and Boushh Leia, all their kits is built around full Hutt cartel lineup. So even more kind of their I guess restrictions to the Omicrons that we can use. Yeah, anyway, let's roll the footage and we'll see how this battle will turn out. Alright, they're getting the opening sequence, doing a bunch of hits, which is fine, I guess. Let's go ahead, heal up Kersantan a bit so he can take a few more hits. Just gonna pile up thermal detonators on somebody. Let's get some ability blocks. Got only 1, okay, better than nothing. Let's see if we can get a stun on somebody. Cool. But man, they're resisting everything. Alright, let's check out some thermal detonators out there. Again, do not taunt. Whatever you do, do not taunt with your Gamorrean Guard. Alright, here we go. No ability block. Fine, let's just chuck those thermal detonators out again. Just gonna do a basic here. Gonna save the execute for later. Again, going after Pirate Enforcer, right? Because he was the first one to take a turn, so If we do defeat him there, we should get our contract triggered. There you go, damage immunity again kicking in there, helping Boba. But as you can see, just one turn and he already loses damage immunity. And you know, one turn is basically like no turns, let's face it, because you just kind of get one turn and that's it. Alright, we'll just keep going here. Get a stun over there, perfect, and boom, boom, boom. Alright, cool, let's go. Alright, keep stacking those thermal detonators. See if we can finally get a contract triggered. Let's go ahead, hit the AoE, get more thermal detonators out there. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Look at Greedo going. There we go. Finish somebody off. Finally, contract triggered. Let's see if we can look him. Not quite. Alright, Chrysanthemum there healing up a little bit. See if we can get a stun over there. Perfect. And let's get this, man. Actually, Greedo is actually doing some nice damage, right, with his multi-hits. Again, no taunting with Gamorrean Guard. Let's go ahead, finish off their Pirate Saboteur, and this is where Boba Zeta kicking in there, recovering 100% protection. So that's definitely Zeta on Boba will help you also, but yeah. Gamorrean Guard barely staying alive, and he's a tank. Just because obviously he's not really boosting his own survivability. Alright, let's head into the wave 2 now. So here we have to deal with Hondo, right? So let's go ahead, land some ability blocks or not. Nah, they're resisting everything. We're just gonna try and pile up on Hondo, try to get him down as quickly as we can, and then hopefully we can take care of the rest. Actually, I'm really liking Greedo here. The more I'm looking at this footage, it seems like he's the only one doing any damage here with his multiple hits. I'm just gonna basic here. There we go. Okay, Boba doing some nice damage as well. Let's go ahead, chuck some thermal detonators. Ooh, we got Hondo down almost. I think once those thermal detonators explode, he should go down. Boba again, failing to execute. Even was... Whoa, Leia, take it easy, girl. Alright, seems like we got things under control here. Oh, just when I said it, we lost somebody. Gamorrean Guard. So much about his Omicron now boosting the team, but it got us this far. Let's go ahead and finish off the other guys hopefully before they take a sound out. There we go. Definitely Leia thermal detonators helping us out here a lot. Okay, boom, boom. Just down to Pirate Enforcer. Boba again failing to execute. Yikes. Anyway, we got through it. 2 waves. Hey. And now Tatooine. Yeah. The issue here on Tatooine, as you probably know, is damage over time. So you have no way of basically dispelling them, or if your obviously units are not immune to health-based percentage damage effects. Is that, you know what I mean? Then you're gonna have a struggle a little bit here on Tatooine, and I don't think we have any cleanser. Obviously, Jabba is a cleanser, but again, you know, Jabba doesn't need anybody, so it's a bit of a waste to use Gamorrean Guard Omicron on his squad. So again, I try this. I did switch here from Boba lead, just because obviously Boba's lead gives us extra health. But if you are obviously worried about damage over times, you should not have extra health. You should go for extra protection. At least here with Leia's lead, we get both health and protection boost, so it's a bit better, but still. We have to wait and see, I guess. Now, in terms of modding, slightly different, whereas previously we were modding for health, just to more utilize health boost. Here we are modding for protection. Hopefully we can offset those damage over times, but yeah, it's gonna be a rough one without cleansing. I guess, is it Lando? He's got a cleanse for the target ally, just like one cleanse, so maybe that'll help, but I don't know. I don't know how much it would make a difference, to be honest. So anyway, just showing you the mods now here because they're slightly different than from the first 2 battles. Anyway, let's hop in. They're gonna get the opening attacks out, which is fine, I guess. No ability blocks, which is not fine. Not looking good so far. Now we do have the damage immunity kicking in, obviously, from Gamorrean Guard, but only 1 turn. Not quite enough. There we go, damage immunity there. triggering on Greedo, but he takes a turn and loses damage immunity straight away. So like 1 turn effect is basically like 0 turn effect if you ask me. So we're gonna lose that Greedo in a moment. There's nothing we can do about it, to be honest. There goes as well damage immunity on Leia. Yeah, alright, I mean, okay, Leia did some damage there, so not too bad. They started losing, started going down. Contract triggered, but we are on our last leg here, to be honest. And with damage immunity dropping, not sure how long we're gonna last here. Let's see, maybe Karsantan can outlast the enemy when it comes to damage over times now. To make things worse, here obviously in the second wave, as you probably know, enemies got bonus protection, so even more, you know, that makes them more durable. At least Boba's got a revive, right? But imagine here, we do have taunt on Gamorrean Guard, which in this case could be helpful if he would get damage immunity for a turn, right? Because then he could take more hits and everything, so... yeah, unfortunately Karsantan wasn't able to carry this one all by himself, and as well there with the Gamorrean Guard down, we do not get the benefit of damage immunity over on Karsantan. And there you have it, folks, Gamorrean Guard Omicron gameplay. As we all knew, while this video was going, probably, there's a reason why it's not a very popular Omicron. Now, there are many things wrong with this Omicron. First bit, as we discussed already, the issue with it is it's on his unique, so after he dies, the effects are gone. But you know, that's okay, I guess, if at least he would be tanky enough to survive. Because getting 50% defense is basically nothing. Like, this should be like 500% defense, right? And he should be getting max health boost, he should be getting also max protection boost, he should be getting damage immunity, and this damage immunity should be for 2, not 1 turn. So yeah, I think a bit of a missed opportunity on Siege's part. You know, this Omicron definitely has something in there that could make this great. Again, we just need those buffs that I mentioned. It would be brilliant for those players, just having Jabba as their only Galactic Legends, just giving them another team to use, you know, utilizing units they got, but farming Jabba. But anyway, what do you guys think? Worth it or not? I think it's probably one of the worst Omicrons that we have. Because even like, you know, the missions that we did win, those ones are, you know, easy beatable with other non-Omicron teams as well. So I don't know. A bit of a bummer. I really was hoping, you know, that we could, you know, discover something great with this Omicron, but unfortunately not. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. But until then, have fun and enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.